Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of The Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Southwest Virginia fishing report with Matt Reilly. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great, Marvin. How are you?
As always, just trying to stay out of trouble, and, took a look at your weather, and like everyone in the mid-Atlantic, you're going to get some rain and some cool off, I think, over the next, say, 2 or 3 days, but then it looks like maybe we're on that permanent spring trajectory of warming temperatures and a lot more sunshine.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, the last couple of weeks, it's kind of what we've been seeing. Some 30s here and there, some 20s here and there, but the water temperatures kind of on the warm water rivers come up 10 degrees in some places over the last couple of weeks. So we're definitely on a pretty sharp spring trajectory, and things are changing pretty quick. So I think that little bit of a cool down Friday night, we'll be back in the 20s overnight. Help me get my last couple of musky trips in, and then I'll pretty much be done with that.
Yeah, and I would imagine, I don't know if it's warmed up enough to really help the smallmouth fishing, but I imagine the trout fishing's pretty good.
Yeah, we've done a couple smallmouth floats so far, and it's been good. I mean, kind of depending on where you look, the water temps have been in the mid 40s to low 50s, and high 40s, low 50s is just perfect for this time of year. So it's been good. We've caught some nice fish already. Been doing some scouting too, some new pieces of water for floats for this spring, and yeah, the trout fishing has been really good the last week or so. Our first real big mayfly hatch of the spring started this past week with the Quill Gordons, and they're a little bit bigger mayflies at 12 or 14, and you can get some pretty good dry fly action in the afternoons, usually starting around 1 or 2 o'clock and going until the evening if it's a nice sunny late winter day. But the fish eat the dry flies, but they eat the nymphs just as well, if not more. So, the Quill Gordon nymphs and those dries and all the general purpose, stonefly, mayfly nymphs, they all been catching fish just because things are warming up quick and fish are getting more active. And, it's been really good.
Yeah, they'll be chasing streamers before you know it, right?
Yeah, well, they always do that.
So I've got a smallmouth question for you from Ed, and Ed is a frequent question asker on the Articulate Fly across our various fishing reports.
Man.
Yeah, he's a fellow Virginian, and he wanted to know if you're going to go fish for smallmouth this weekend and you could pick 3 flies, what would you pick?
So if I had to pick 3, 2 of them would definitely be, sort of bottom dredging, heavy flies. And again, it really depends on where you're fishing, what your water temps are. But certainly if you're in the 40s and even low 50s, that's going to be important. And the bigger, the better, too, this time of year, particularly if you have higher water. But even outside of that, a bigger meal, not only can it be seen from further away, it also just has more attraction to a fish that's coming out of winter and trying to put a lot of weight on. So my first 2 heavy flies would probably be, a big claudette, and a big, maybe another good one would be, Colby Tro's, tube fly, which is sort of a spinoff of Chuck Craft's bait fish, but it's, meant to sort of replace or imitate a conventional fisherman's tube jig. Those would both be good flies, fish low and slow on the bottom. And then the third one would be some sort of big, neutrally buoyant bait fish pattern. A big, and I mean, take your pick, a big Murdich minnow or a big game changer, CK bait fish or something like that would be just perfect. But something that you can fish pretty slow, that you can tie pretty big, 4, 5, 6 inches and just, fish like a suspending jerkbait, get it down a couple feet, strip it hard, make it move, and then just hang in front of a lethargic fish. Those would be my 3 picks.
Yeah, well, there you go. And, folks, we love questions on the articulate fly. You can email them to us or send them to us on our Facebook, our Instagram page. If we pick your question, I'll send you some articulate fly swag, and you're going to get entered into a drawing for something cool for Matt at the end of the season. And Matt, before I let you hop, my recollection from the last report is you're getting pretty booked up on the smallmouth front, but maybe you should go ahead and let folks know where they can catch you so maybe they can help fill out your guide calendar.
Yeah. I've still got some dates in March that be good for trout fishing, streamer floats, mountain stream stuff. Early smallmouth trips. Got some stuff in April, but May, June, July, most of that is pretty much gone. So we're looking at kind of late summer already. But the website is MattReillyFlyFishing.com, and my email and phone number and all that's on there. So reach out however you feel comfortable, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Well, there you go, folks. And, spring, I think, is here. We can say that officially. You owe it to yourself to get out there and catch a few. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Matt.
All right. Thanks, Marvin.